So let's take all of the blocks that we've designed so far and we'll put it together and we'll create our CPU. So now that we've built up all the individual parts for the control section, we've got to bring them all together into one single block. So if you go to the resources section, you'll see a final file called control section final, so you can go and open that up. Now remember, this file only pertains to this video. It's only been created so that you can see what the final control section looks like. So I wouldn't go using this file anywhere else throughout the course. It's really just for this video. So if you come down to the bottom, you'll see control section final, so you double click on that and this is the final control section. So let me zoom in so we can have a better look at it. So this is the final control section here, and you can see here that it should look similar to what we've done before, and you can see all the individual parts. We've got the instruction register coming in at the bottom, we've got the opcodes for the ALU, this is a comparator section, and we have the flags here as well for the flag bits being set, and we have a register A, register B, we have all of our enables going down the left hand side and all of the sets going along the right hand side. We have our 3x8 decoder and the outputs from the decoder going to our AND gates, and each of these will be a different instruction. And you've seen these are AND gates here which provide the connections up to the stepper here and also all of the outputs. So a thing to notice that we've got all these extra OR gates in here as well, because we need these because each of these enables and the sets, they're going to be used multiple times for each different instruction. So we need to put all of the instructions in effect into an OR gate and then pass them on. So this isn't going to be our final version of the control section. We're going to have to add some small sections in here and there in order to get the full CPU working. So let's go ahead for over the rest of this video and we'll start adding our sections together, and I'll go over the extra parts we're going to have to add in to get the whole CPU up and running. So you can go ahead and close the control section file, and you'll see in the resources section there's another file called CPU_design. So this is our final CPU design, and I'm going to go ahead in the main section here and I'm going to build up the CPU. Now once it's built, I'll stop and we can have a wee look and I'll talk over the blocks so you can see what the blocks are, and you can go ahead if you want and you can build it yourself. Okay, so just give me a minute to build this. So that's us finally built up our CPU. We've got the bus round the outside, we've got our registers, we've got our RAM, we've got our ALU, we've got our instruction address register, instruction register, accumulator, the bus, the temp, the clock, the flags and the control section. So we've got everything built up here, and we've gone through the design of every single part of this CPU over the previous videos. If you want access to this file, if you get into your CPU design, and if you come down to the bottom, there's one here called CPU underscore top underscore temp, and that's got this temporary design. Of course, this isn't a finished design. We're going to have to add the extra sections in order to load data into the RAM. But at least it's here, and you can have a look at it and a play with it if you like. There's only one problem with this CPU, and that is we don't have any method of loading in a program to it. So we could stick in individual zeros and ones into the memory locations inside the RAM, but that's very inefficient, and we would make errors in doing that. So we want to have some method of 1, writing a program, 2, loading the program in, and 3, running the program and seeing that it runs properly. So we've got to cover those in the next videos. But at least we've got this built up, and we've got our CPU built here, and we can see exactly what it looks like, and it's quite a nifty piece of equipment. Thank you for listening. I'll get you in the next video. Goodbye.